Hello there, welcome to the very last Betrayal at Krondor. But hopefully it'll be the last. Hopefully I'm going to be able to complete it, this game, and not this session, and not spend the next 2 hours or so trying to kill the final boss, Magala. Anyway, here we are, we've killed the 6, we're ready to go and confront Magala, but first we've got to find him. Let's have a look on the map. Zoom out. We want to be back down this way, and then it's somewhere up here-ish. So, let's go on. Yes, we want to go north there, I think it was, wasn't it? Check on the map. Yes. What? Am I going the right way? I don't know. Did I just take the wrong turning? No, I didn't. Yeah. So north now. We go north, and we follow this. I think there's a combat coming up quite soon. Well, there you go. Nearly walked right into it. Let's see if we can sneak up. Here we go. Their attack was unexpected. Hurrah! That means this should be pretty easy then. Evil Seek. Yeah, I'm clicking Evil Seek. Why is nothing happening? Hang on. Let's try that again. Evil Seek. That's it. There we go. On him. Yeah, Patris, you can do Evil Seek. Patris? Oh God, don't talk to me about Patris. I'm so sorry I insulted you by calling you Patris. You are far more use than Patris ever was. Do this bloke. Dead. Kill the doggy. Kill the doggy. Oh, kill the doggy. Oh, kill the doggy. Kill him. Well done, Owen. Right, let's see what these blokes have got then. Oh, a key. We don't need it, but we'll have it. Yeah, right. And let's see what he's got. Now, right now that was the last combat before we actually go in to face the final boss. So, what we ought to really be doing, your armor's alright, your armor's alright, is just making sure everyone's got everything they need. What's this stuff? Luden's Concentrate. Right, we'll be having some of that shortly. You keep hold of that. You give that to Gorath. You've got those, you've got those. What have you got? You've got those as well. Good. Yeah. I'm not actually sure we're going to be using Gorath anymore, to be honest. I don't think he's used in the last combat, but oh, in case he's not. Well, what we need to do now anyway is just get everyone healed up again. So, and you, Owen, let's get you healed up. Done. And in case we do need you, Gorath. In fact, I don't think you. Oh, yeah, he did use a little bit. Right, okay. Let's make sure then. Let's have a look at the stats. Yeah, full health, full stamina. Full health, full stamina. Full health. Oh, I don't know why his stats are red. Poor Gorath with your beard. I might not have a chance to poke fun at your beard again anymore, Gorath, shortly. Oh God, it's goodbye soon. No. So let's save that to session 62. Now we've got this far. Except it's not session 62, is it? It's session 67. What am I talking about? Session 67. That's it. Now then, off we go. We're going north still. Yes, we do. We are going north, and we want to be going north. Past that junction on the right. To this crossroads where we want to be going. Right. Here we go. The hallway widened. In a few moments the path turned, opening into a large chamber where a dragon lay, curled on the ground. Oh my lord, a dragon! I called for you but was unable to reach your mind. The magician wields an amulet which renders this body feeble, and he's in the process of disabling the last of the defences which ring the life stone. Makala is reckless, but I do not think he will have crippled you permanently. He must have unearthed some... Sorry, I'm burping here. He must have unearthed some Valherve artifact, likely a product of Likely a product of Lyran Baktos, the Master of Dragons. While he would be incapable of ruling your mind, he could still command your dragon's flesh. My inability to know my own future blinded us to the possibility. It's something we will have to attend to later. Gorath, I wish you to stay here and guard the oracle. Thank you. It pains me that protection is necessary. Gorath, it's goodbye. Oh no. Pug, you may require my strength when you reach the Shirani magician. You will have a difficult time in the Lifestone Chamber. No, Gorath, you have already given too much to this quest and seen what should have been seen by no one other than myself. You would never so much as scratch Makala's skin before he burned you to cinders. He will be more respectful in the presence of magicians and less likely to do anything rash. For now, you have a responsibility to guard the oracle. Pug hurried Owen down under an archway. The corridor angled sharply downwards. Can't speak today. The corridor angled sharply downward, its rough earthen floor littered with a slippery ceramic material, which cracked underfoot with each step taken. In places, the boy glimpsed ancient frescoes of a Moradal-looking race who stared back at him with eyes filled with enigmatic hate, the cause of which had been millions of years dead. Following a slow bend, they arrived at last at what looked to be a stone wall, but quickly Pug muttered a few words and the door shimmered away into nothingness. Beyond lay a vast chamber, and Makala was waiting for them. Ah, nice beard and wig. Not. I had hoped more for you, Makala. When first you came to us years ago from the Assembly, I sensed your heart full of dark calculation, but I had thought with us you would grow to gentleness. We Shirani are of course bereft of that quality. Save your prating for the Assembly. You have returned my friendship with cold contempt, treated with my daughter as a wolf to his prey, and have defied my interdict to visit Sethenon. Assume nothing between us now other than the respect due between practitioners. Why has the Assembly of Magicians seen fit to interpose itself into Midkemian affairs? As a whole, the Assembly was unable to reach consensus on this matter. They hesitate to dabble in matters that might arouse your ire. Otherwise disposed with a small problem concerning House Akoma, they decided that those who felt this investigation necessary could conduct it of their own volition. I undertook that responsibility. I should be careful taking such weight upon your shoulders. It may yet crush you. 10 years ago you engaged in a battle to bar the Valherve entrance to your world, a battle in which you requested the service of several companies of Shirani foot soldiers. As such, the battle became a matter of imperial interest and fell within the jurisdiction of the Assembly. You, however, have thwarted all our efforts to gather information about that battle and have forbade our investigation of Sethenon. Many sons of great houses fell, but their bodies were never recovered for the proper rites. I'm just going to have a swig of coffee now because I'm getting a sore throat from all this talking. Your attempts at evasion are execrable. I think it's how you pronounce that. Execrable. Execrable, Makala. Never has the Assembly concerned itself with the souls of the dead, and I don't believe they are practicing a newfound piety. You wish to learn how I defeated the Valherve. Indeed, how could we not? The Valherve were once a race of unspeakable evil and dread power. Oh, it's Valheru. It's not Valherve. Oh, sorry, I've been mispronouncing that the whole time. And dread power, who once nearly destroyed our world. Although my brothers harbour you the greatest respect, Pug, you would be incapable of turning aside such monstrous power unaided. Judging by the numerous defences that ringed this abandoned town, we assumed the only possible solution. You concealed a thing of power in the caverns here. I cannot fault your fears, but your methodology has been despicable. The Lifestone was created in the darkest days of the Mad God's rage, a war in which the Valharu strove to destroy the gods of Midkemia. With it they believed they could conquer every corner of the universe, and in all likelihood they could have. It must be eternally locked away here, and its existence must die out with that small handful of us that have looked upon it. You will speak to none of the assembly about what you have found here, or you shall answer to me. I cannot in good conscience keep such a secret. What if such a weapon were wielded against the Empire? Could not such a weapon lay waste to all their children? We cannot simply bury such a weapon. It must be destroyed for the good of all future generations of the Empire and the Kingdom. Impossible. We have no way to know what would happen if we attempted to destroy it. It may not be tested without potentially disturbing the Valharu whose souls now occupy the stone. As I suspected, you have done nothing to study it. Great though your power may be, you haven't an inkling what secrets lie within that stone. Its very existence is obscene. It must not fall into the hands of a hostile power. Makala, do not tamper with the stone. It must be left untouched for the good of all. Whew. This is heavy stuff. I judge now, as is my right as a great one of the assembly of magicians, it must be destroyed, Pug, for the good of the Empire. Right, what's happening now then? Okay, here we go then. I'm saving it quick. Right. Now, apparently this is a tricky combat because not only is Makala there, he's also got a couple of mates here as well who are going to cast spells. Not the most difficult combat apparently in the game, but one of the most difficult. But let's get started anyway. See if can we sneak up on him. They agreed to attack, but he knows we're coming, so really don't see what can happen. So I'm going to use some tactics. Makala raised his staff, not wanting to strike down the Shirani, but realising the choice was being made for him. Pug summoned what resources were left to him after the Timurianian cup had been blanked his spell-casting ability. Perhaps between he and the boy they could still defeat Makala. Perhaps you could. Is it our turn? Right, so he summoned them. Owen. Oh, I thought that... yeah, the mouse pointer's spazzing out. Hang on a second, let me just click back in again. So, this summons dogs. So let's pop one there. Makala can't cast any. Oh, we've got another one. We can do it again. Makala can't cast any spells now, so that's good. What's this? Right in front of us. We'll stop you. Now then, what have you got, Pug? Ah, yes. We've got the infinity pool, haven't we? So you use your infinity pool. I can't remember what this stuff does. Let's try the infinity pool first, which gives us extra strength on spells. So we'll try it with no, not Evil Seek. Flame Strike. Firestorm, whatever. Full strength. Straight at Makala. Ah, line of sight. He hasn't got line of sight on anyone apart from him. So let's just cancel out this. We will do Evil Seek. Yes, I didn't foresee that, unfortunately. Strikes more than one target. Right. No, let's freeze Makala. Let's do that. Can I freeze him? No. Can I freeze you? You're frozen. Right. Owen, what have you got that might be useful here? What does this do? I can't remember what this does. Does it push things away? I don't know. But let's just use the rest of this, shall we? And also, let's put that one there. Right then, Pug. I'm not messing about now. Firestorm. Won't go full strength. Onto you. Right, Owen, Firestorm. Because I think you should be able to get to Mikala from there. Where's Firestorm? There we go. Can you see? Oh, you can't bloody see him. You're stuck behind this. What a stupid place to start, behind a rock, you damn fool. Right, can you? What about that one? So you can't actually get to anybody, Owen. Okay, let's just not bother then and get you to there. Right, you. No, we can freeze Mikala. Freeze Mikala, matey. That's what I want you to do. Where's the fetters of rhyme? Right, full strength. Don't miss. Don't you dare miss. Did that actually freeze him? I don't think it did. Ooh. Right, Pug, Infinity Pool. You've got line of sight on Mikala, so I want you to cast Firestorm. 76%. Hit him. Well done. Owen, you haven't got Infinity Pool, but I want you to cast Firestorm as well. Owen's dead. Okay. Defend yourself. Right. God. What does it take to kill this bloke? Infinity Pool again. So, just whatever you can do, Pug. Kill him. Oh, right, we're dead. This is not good. What have you got, Owen? Right. So, what we do, we can stop him being it. Yeah, that's it. Can you do anything, Bug? Oh, you could blind him. Blind Mikala. If I could find the right thing. Where's blind despair their eyes? There we go. No, didn't affect him. Owen, I want you to use this. Oh, nothing happened. We're dead. We're dead. Auto. So we'll just let this play out then. There we go. That's the end of that. Right, okay, so well, how come it's not Owen? Oh, there we go. Right, okay, yeah. I was miles away there, daydreaming. So, yeah. What I'm going to do there is break off the recording now, and I'm just going to keep hammering away at that until I do it, but I will record it and then I'll edit it all together, and yeah, so rather than have to watch, oh pardon me, endless combat, you'll only have to watch another one. So join me in a minute when yeah, except you're not going away, I am, and right, okay. See you in a bit, shortly, whatever. Right, here we go again. I'm all buffed up this time, which I forgot to do the first time, and we're ready, so let's try sneaking up. Yeah, here we go. Right, Owen. Have you got... Can you freeze... Have you got line of sight Makala? I bet you haven't, have you? No. Okay, let's just get out of here then. Same as before. Someone there. And... Oh, damn. Damn, I've just realised I've just blocked Makala from... Ah! If I'd have summoned the bloody hound there, I could have... Ah, right, and remember next time. And, yeah. One there as well. Now then, what can you do, Pug? Something that doesn't require line of sight. Which is all of those. Because that rules out all of those. Line of sight. Earthquake trap. Doesn't work. Thing is, Makala's immune to a lot of things, but I don't know what he is. It doesn't say in the walkthrough what he is immune to and what he can actually cast. Fetters of Rhyme obviously works. Let's try it. Let's try that. Okay. Yeah. Didn't work. Right, who's done that? Right, Owen. Same thing again. Except we'll try and do this properly this time. We'll do one there. And one there. Freeze bloody Makala this time. Fetters of Rhyme. And don't miss. Freeze him. Right. Let's... Perhaps I should be... Go there, Owen. What can you do? I need you to take out Makala. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've got his immunity. He's immune. Oh, yeah, I've just seen it on my laptop. He's immune to thousands of things, but he's not immune to bloody Evil Seek. Right, Pug. Right, Infinity Pool, Evil Seek. Maximum strength possible on him. Right, Owen. Let's use this again. Summon one there. Now then. Pug. Maximum strength, evil... Hang on a minute. Can we use that again? Yeah. Evil Seek again. Maximum strength. Get him. Ooh, leave Pug alone. Spent Owen. Evil Seek. Let's hopefully you can. No, you're still blocked. Do them first. Pug. Well, you're buggered, Pug. Sorry. Try and just get over there. Oh, there's my cat yowling at nothing. I don't know why he does that. Right, Owen. Last attempt at this. What? Right. Heal Pug. Owen hasn't got line of sight on anyone. Let's get him around there. Oh, right. Last gasp, Owen. Here we go. Oh, those other things aren't immune to oh, they aren't immune to hang on a minute. Fetters of Rhyme. They're not immune to that. Hit. If only I'd have known that to begin with. Right, Owen. Oh, nasty, nasty. Right, freeze that one, if we can. Hit. Well done. And now just go over here and hit him with your staff. One down. Owen, go there. Come on, Owen. Damn, Fetters of Rhyme, quick. And don't miss. Oh, he's unfrozen now. Right. Okay, so I obviously know what the best strategy is to just freeze them all. Fetters of Rhyme, right, there we go. Don't miss, because you're dead if you miss. Right, get over here. Oh, come on, you can't move now. What have you got on? No uses left. Don't even know what this does. Well, let's try it then. Oh, we'll do that again. Right. Keep on. Ah. No. Right, I think I'll actually keep this one in because that was not a bad attempt, really. We killed one of those things. Right, okay, so I'm going to come back and do another one in a bit. Right, let's have another go. Right, what the walkthrough is actually telling me as well that I should cast Skin of the Dragon as soon as possible, which is a protective spell which I haven't got. Oh. Let's give it another go. Here we go. Come on, yes. Right. We need... Why? Oh, thank God he missed. Right. I don't know why he had first go there. Right, we'll use this to pop one there and pop another one there. Now, Pug, Fetters of Rime. Don't miss. We need to freeze him. Oh, thank God it missed. Right. Now then, Owen. Get here. Pug. Fetters of Rime, one of those dreads. That's what they're called, those things are called dreads. Right. Right, Owen. There. And there. And then you can Fetters of Rime that one. Right then. Owen. Where's your flame strike? Does that Master's Will? What does that do? Oh, right. Firestorm. Let's try that one. Right, I think you've got line of sight on him, Pug, so I'll tell you what. Use your Infinity Pool. And Firestorm. Flamecast, whatever it's called. Firestorm. There we go. Damage 120. Oh, yes. Up yours, Makala. Oh, 90 even. Owen. Flame Strike, whatever it's called. What have you got? No. Yeah, let's just do that again. Firestorm, maximum strength, Makala. Now that I don't think Pug's got line of sight on him, so maybe we can just try Evil Seek. Yeah, we can get it on that one and it'll go to the rest. And then there was one. Right. Yeah, we can... They're going to keep Makala busy, so where's the assess button? Here we go. Let's assess. I want to see how much health he's got left. He's got 37 health. Okay, one Pug. Rest. Owen, rest. Pug, rest. Can I use restoratives in combat? Ah, I didn't know. I didn't know I could get him full health. in combat. I didn't know you could do that. That's bloody useful. Right. So. Yes, this does help a lot, doesn't it? If this... If only I'd have known this 300 videos ago, what a difference it could have made. Right then, they're still having a go at him. I don't suppose we've got line of sight on him, have we? Be very surprised. What have we got that doesn't need line of sight? Strength drain. I think he's immune to strength. You see, he's immune to strength drain. Fetters of Rhyme needs line of sight, but let's just not do anything for now and just leave it for the hounds. Tell you what, you can assess him again. He's got 15 health left. Okay, those hounds are doing their stuff. That's fine. Bloody hell. It was over. Pug stared at Makala's lifeless form as it lay silently on the hard stone floor. Hardening from the grief that threatened to overcome his pain and exhaustion, he turned to Owen, saw the boy was on his knees. Pug was about to help the boy to his feet when he noticed a strange light filling the chamber. The lifestone pulsed warmth. Rays of emerald light touched Owen's solemn features, deepening the hollows of his face as he approached the blasted turf occupied moments before by Makala's terror and rage. Nearby, Pug spoke softly, his voice diffusing off the cavern walls into 1,000 bouncing whispers. It may be difficult, Pug said, but don't judge him too harshly, Owen. I have performed acts nearly as monstrous in the name of common good. I find that hard to believe, Owen replied. You're a good man. So was he in his own way. Loyalty can sometimes misguide even the finest of men. Both magicians flinched in unison as muted sword strikes erupted in the corridors outside the chamber. With startling rapidity the sounds approached, dissolved into pattering desperate footfalls and howling half-screamed oaths. Watch yourself, Pug shouted across the cavern. Someone's coming. Hurried by a shadowy assailant, Gorath backed into the chamber, his sword flying in a defensive arc before him. Repeatedly, razor-like fists flashed out of the darkness to challenge him, but he skillfully turned the attacks to his advantage. Finding the rhythm of his opponent, he feinted right when he was expected to move left, and a warrior barreled past him. Delican, Owen explained. Tripped up by Gorath, the Morador leader crashed to the ground, snarling all the while in slavering fury. Attempting to rise, he slashed upwards with his gauntleted fist, but brutally, Gorath stepped inside his guard and delivered a rain of heavy kicks until the older warrior felt quiet. I suggest you lie still, Gorath snapped, wiping rivulets of blood from his face. I may decide to kill you yet. I hear you, Delican croaked, his voice weak. For a long moment he remained curled in a ball, his breath tearing rapidly from his throat as he clenched and unclenched his fists. With extreme effort he turned his head and looked upon the mesmerising light of the lifestone, and froze. No! Pug shook his head, apprehension filling him within him like a black lake as he caught the Morador's expression. Stumbling forward he tried to interpose himself in the way, but his failing strength abandoned him. No! Swatting Gorath effortlessly aside as he rose, Delican's eyes flashed with his reflected radiance. Like a puppet on a string he began to stagger forward, his steps almost childish in their plodding. Undoubtedly something had control of his mind. Dazed but alive, Gorath leapt to the attack and jolted hard into the Morador leader, his miscalculated blow carrying the both of them not down but forward into the lifestone. Together they reached for the sword. What madness is this? Who? Something within the sword consumes. Can't fight it. Him. Ashen Sugar. The Valeru souls trapped within the stone are slipping their bonds. We have to kill them both. No, not Gorath. But what about Gorath? You must, Owen. Evil. Can't fight it. Him. Much. Ugh. I'll on. Grr. Can't hold him. No! Oh no! No! Poor Gorath! Oh God! Owen stared blankly at the life stone. We killed him, Owen said, a bitter hurt in his words. He came to the kingdom to warn us and we killed him. Don't be petulant, Owen. This isn't a time for it. Glaring at Pug with shock, Owen opened his mouth to reply, but found that adequate words failed him. Angered, he turned as if to leave, but felt the master magician's hand on his shoulder. Wait, Pug said, his voice more gentle than it had been. Meeting the boy's hateful gaze, he motioned for him to stay. You must understand. Gorath was dead the minute he touched the sword. If we had hesitated another moment longer, both he and Delican would be dead, and an unspeakable evil would be loose on our world. When Delican began to change, you could see the Valharu were attempting to mould them into a form they could use. Do you remember the terrible devastation we saw in Tiramisu? I can't say Tiramiana now. That would be a paradise compared to the lives we would lead under their dominion. I'm telling you this because you now have knowledge and abilities which come with terrible responsibilities. You will have to make decisions far worse than this someday if you continue down the path you're on. You are going to have to learn to think before you act, but never to regret your decisions, right or wrong. Otherwise you will slowly begin to not make decisions at all. But how can I know which are the right decisions? Owen asked. How can I be sure? Pug squeezed his shoulder. You need to live to a ripe old age to know that, and I'm not nearly old enough to have an answer. All I know is what Macross the Black once told me. He said to train those around me well, to make them powerful, but also to make them loving and generous. I see those things in you. Ah. The battle was against them. Enraged, War Leader Morulf growled orders to his terror-stricken lieutenants growled orders to his terror-stricken lieutenants as he reviewed their weakening lines from the safety of an elm-shaded hill, watched with fury as his forward ranks of pikemen retreated under an unexpectedly heavy rain of kingdom longbow fire. In a short while, the combined mass of Prince Arutha's relief forces and the garrison at Sethanon would be in a position to push them into the only quarter of the city where they would be unable to retreat, and then it would only be a matter of hours before they would be forced to surrender or die in a blaze set to flush them out. War Leader Morulf, you must come quickly. Hearing a commotion to his left, he muttered a silent curse on Delican's head for leading him on this fool's errand, then snapped his attention to a small group of Moradel who were advancing towards him, faces flushed with excitement. Their leader, a scar-faced whelp of 20 summers, knelt reverently at his feet before breathlessly delivering his message. At the keep, your father has taken Prince Arutha, and I believe the Marked One is with him. The tide of battle turns. Oh. Stalking skeptically after his messengers, he progressed through a ruined avenue and into a cobbled central square, filled with conversing Moradel warriors. Above them, Delican mounted the fire-blackened parapet walk of the keep, preceded by a mysterious robed figure and the Prince of Krondor, the latter bound hand and foot, unable to do anything but follow where he led. Brethren! Silence fell over the square as the robe-clad figure stepped past Arutha and Delican and into an archer's turret, a hand placed over his right breast. Ripping open his white garment, he revealed a body made gaunt with hunger, but bearing an unmistakable curling purple birthmark which resembled a dragon and was the mark of legend. Instantly a chant rose among the Moradel warriors, many of them falling to their knees in ecstatic reverence. I have returned, O my children, Amandamus shouted from the battlements, revealing a glittering sword of gold, its hilt set with stones of lapis. Hidden deep in the chambers of earth below our feet, Prince Arutha sought to keep this sword from me. From us, the key to our future. For 10 years he imprisoned me in the bowels of this hell against my will, but you have freed me, he said, sweeping the air with a sword. 10 years ago I promised you the dawning of a new age. I was repaid with abandonment, but today I am free because you who followed Delican believed in our dream. You have demonstrated your worthiness and loyalty, and as a reward you shall all bear witness to the death of the Lord of the West and the final fulfillment of the prophecy. A dark cheer rippled through the crowd as Amandamus held the sword aloft and faced Arutha, his lips curled back in a wicked smile as he advanced on the day's prince. Considering the things that had been done to him, the crowd thought it likely their former leader would execute Arutha slowly, and they were ripe for the spectacle. Abruptly, Amandamus halted. Beneath him the stones of the keep began to tremble as if the entirety of the structure were being shaken by an invisible hand. His look of proud defiance suddenly turned to outrage. What treachery is this? Amandamus screamed. Who meddles with a prophecy? Oh, sorry, I've just not headphones there. As if in answer, thunder pealed overhead, announcing the arrival of a great dragon and rider, the pair seemingly having formed from the very air itself. Floating down from dizzying heights, they descended to a point level with the keep's rooftops, the dragon's winds beating great gales of wind against the crowd. "The prophecy is false, Mamandamus, as are you," Pug shouted from the dragon's back. "You have betrayed the folk of the kingdom and those of your own people for a lie. It is time for your terror to come to an end." At Pug's command, Arutha ducked narrowly, averting death as the dragon skimmed low overhead, lashing the battlements with its titanic whip-like tail, hurling both Mamandamus and Delican, screaming like babes into the horrified hordes who watched far below. "We've just seen Delican killed." Oh, I don't understand what's going on now. Fanning away from the impact of the two, bystanders hastened to escape, fearing a possible second attack from the flying dragon and its equally menacing rider. Standing in the midst of the crowd, Marulf looked on, void of pain or fear, his voice calm and clear as he addressed a goblin lieutenant who stood near him. "Gather your kin and call a retreat. Lord Marulf, we may still win. Lead us." Collaring the green-skinned creature, Marulf lifted him off his feet. "I now lead the nations of the north, and my first command is that I shall lead us home. Call the retreat," Marulf spat, hurling the goblin backwards. "The day is theirs, but I must see to something first." Disregarding the panicked warriors who sought egress from the square, Marulf picked his way over the burning rubble to where his father lay dead, his wolfish eyes reflecting only the clouds of smoke which drifted through Sethenon. For all his father's grand schemes, for all the things he had thought to accomplish, he was nothing now, nothing but a hulk of dead flesh. He had been a fool to trust this Urani magician. Leaning over the dead body, Marulf snatched up the golden sword which Mamandamus had retrieved from the caverns below. Although he knew very little of the prophecy which had inspired both his father and Mamandamus to their deaths, he had no intention of wasting what little they had gained in the battle. Perhaps when he returned to the Northlands he could still find a way to harness the power of the artifact, assuming it had any powers at all. "Marulf!" Turning, the Moradal war leader had no time to react before the lightning-quick assassin was upon him, driving a knife skillfully through his left eye and deep into his brain, killing him instantly. Without a sound he crumpled to the ground across his dead father, dropping the sword even before he could raise it. Smiling coldly, Narab withdrew his knife and wiped clean the grey flesh from its bone blade, then snatched Mamandus's prize sword from where it lay abandoned on the ground. One by one he had borne witness to the destruction of his rivals. Gorath of the Ardanian, his own brother Nago, Delican and his son Marulf, all destroyed by their own greed or inaction. Now there would be the matter of dealing with a bitch Lialan who had been Delican's mate, and then he might even claim the throne of Sar-Sargoth for himself, assuming no bastard get of the former war leader claimed the right. It would be of small consequence, however, for now he possessed what they had all sought. Assuming he lived, he would learn to exploit his newfound advantage. Resheathing his knife in his boot, he spotted a slow-moving band of Moradal limping towards the Dimwood, and he hurried to join them, blending in with the crowd in the same manner in which he had come to Sethenon, as an unrecognisable face in a mob of the beaten and the angry. God, there's a lot of reading to do. Arutha watched with mild wonder as Pug conjured the prince's duplicate into non-existence, then just as quickly eliminated the remarkably lifelike illusions of Delican and Mamandamus. Ah, right, so yeah, we did see Delican die the first time, who lay crumpled on the ground below the keep. The corpse of Delican's son would have to be removed later by less arcane means. "A shame we didn't have you with us at Armingar," cousin Pug, Arutha said. "A performance such as that before Mamandus's troops might have won us the battle." Pug shook his head. "Spectacle won't win your battles, but at least it may prevent the Dark Brothers from plotting another attack against Sethenon. With a dozen or so Moradal witnesses you've left alive on the battlefield, most of them should return alive to the Northlands. Having seen their leaders die and possessing the object Mamandamus sought, they'll have little reason to return here." "Let us hope," Arutha said. "I have little desire to do this again." "What about the artifact?" Owen asked. "A useless sword," Pug replied with a grin. "The Oracle of Arl indicated a hidden room where I might find it when I asked for assistance with the plan. Shortly after that, Moradal gentlemen... Oh, hang on. Shortly after that oh, God dear. I need to rest my voice after this. Shortly after that Moradal gentleman who picked it up returns to Sarsargoth, he will discover it useless and curse the names of both of them for having spilled so much Moradal blood on false prophecies. Seeing James and Locklear poking about in the ruins near the keep, Arutha scowled. I have a feeling those two are going to keep me busy for months with their questions about this place. Fortunately, they're loyal. If I tell them the subject is closed, they'll both trust me enough to leave the issue alone. You can always tell them the sword was truly what was buried here, Owen suggested. The answer is good enough for the Moradal. Arutha shook his head. Locklear will probably forget the matter once he sees a pretty young face in Krondor, but Jimmy is different. He won't accept it, though he will never ask anything more. I don't like that I will have to lie to him. He's as loyal a subject as I've ever had. What about the Shurani? Owen asked. Nodding, Arutha seemed equally concerned with Pug's answer. I shall have to talk with him. A well-respected member of the Assembly of Magicians named Hucklepepper already knows something of the event, and he will help me assuage their fears, Pug said. Thankfully, they have their hands tied with another bothersome individual at the moment. Satisfied, Arutha said his farewells and moved off to be of assistance in evacuating the remaining soldiers from the area, fearing that some might become too curious and discover things best left unfound. While watching the prince depart, Pug smiled quietly to himself, gaining Owen's attention. You seem pleased about something, Owen said. What is it? You will note that the prince said nothing about your silence, Pug said. You know the secret of Sethanon. In all of Midkemia, only Prince Arutha, King Liam, Duke Martin, Thomas of Elvendar and myself truly know what lies beneath our feet. As if to reinforce the point, Pug tapped his staff at Owen's feet. What are you saying? Smiling, Pug began to lead him Smiling, Pug began to lead him down the winding path towards the city's smashed southern gate. What that means is the prince expects me to guarantee your silence. That will be difficult to do. What with you in Tyburn and me at my Academy of Magicians at Stardock, it will require that I make a number of long and tiresome journeys for the sole purpose of ensuring you keep your silence. It seems a waste of time. Stopping to look into the sunset, Pug seemed lost in thought. Of course, it is possible I could take you on as a student of magic, your living expenses paid in full by Prince Arutha. Are you interested in becoming a true magician, Owen? Laughing for the first time in a great while, Owen twirled his staff in his hands. I've never wanted anything else. And there we go, that's it. Finally, we've done it. We've completed Krondor. Oh my god. Well, final thoughts then. Despite being very frustrating in place, it is actually an extremely good game. It would benefit though from replaying, I think, so you can miss out so much of the story while you're just trying to rush through. And even at the very end there were spells that would have been very useful in that last combat, which I just didn't have because I'd missed them. So at some point I might play through it again just to see all the bits I've missed the first time round. I don't think I'll do a let's play of it though. And I can't let this video finish without mentioning Patras again, can I? Just what a stupid, useless character to include. He's just... what was the point? I just don't understand. I mean, you know, he just... yeah, if you had about more than 3 people in combat with him, he just... they'd just mob him and you could never use him, and that was precisely the time you needed to use him. All he was good for was reading word-locked chests. But thankfully he dies, and that's a good thing. And things dying, my voice is now going, so I've had enough for this now. And that's it from Betrayal at Krondor. Play it yourself, it's a bloody good game.